Oh my god, right here we have some livestock that we're going to be unboxing today, a bunch of other random stuff. Welcome back to another video, everyone. I'm really excited about today's video because what we've got in that box is something super rare and I've been wanting for so long. With that said, that is going to be a big task. Before we do get into all of that fun stuff, I want to quickly show you around the fish room and show you what's going on because it has been a damn long while since I've shown you anything. So let's have a look.
Vibe them overflow, no interception. When we touch the road, you know we bless, man. Ever bless, man. Long time, we not no nice time, so we decide to go and get the club tonight.
Alright, I have not organized the room at all, so mind the mess. We've got the packages there waiting for us. Here are the aquariums, so two there, two there, two there, and two up here. We've got a lot going on, and wow, that is really standing out right now. That looks so good. It looks better in person than it does on camera, but I want to start down here. First off, we've got the fish greeting us right here. In here, we've got the celestial peldanios, a good group of 7 or so in there. They're never all out at once, so it's impossible to count, but I've seen at least 6 at once. Got the pea puffers. Oh, little thingies. Oh, they're so cute. I love these pea puffers so much. They're my favorite by far in the whole collection because they've got so much personality. They're like miniature little dogs. Now, we got good plant growth in here. Only problem is cyanobacteria. As you can see, that is absolutely everywhere. So we actually got some treatment in one of the packages to actually stop this. I'm really liking the scape. I just want the algae gone, and then we can like trim it up, clean it up, make it look great, and restore to its former glory. All right, we move across. We got the drink dispenser. Not much to say in here. There's no livestock, just some plants. Over the holidays, the light wasn't on, and it still looks pretty nice. The plants are going to bounce back. They're looking a bit dreary at the moment and a bit all over the place. Give it a bit of time though, and I'll add some fertilizer and it should start looking nice and fresh again. Over here, now another, not so beautiful tank just because of the algae and just the muck in here. I haven't had a proper clean since the holidays, so yeah, I have to get around to that. Same with this tank. I've also left the algae in here. I don't think I've actually shown this aquascape on this channel yet, and this is not a great way to introduce it because it looks horrible, but although it's full of algae, it is actually quite decent scape, I reckon, and I can't believe I didn't film making it. It was more like something I did spontaneously and had fun doing it. Now let's get into the algaeless zone. Up here we got the aquascape 60p. Looks so good at the moment. Oh my god, the plant growth is insane. Like, you should have seen the hair grass when I first set up this tank. I looked back at it from like a year ago or something, and I'm really happy with this carpet we got. As you can see, I've got like anubias and stuff here, and it's kind of smothering that, but I don't know, it's kind of cool, it's kind of natural, and I can always harvest all that anubias out of here anytime I like, which is really cool. Yeah, great plant growth. If you look around, it's got CO2 now. It's had CO2 for the last few months, so it is looking even better. We added this dwarf gourami recently that I haven't talked about at all. He is beautiful. I haven't kept a dwarf gourami since like 5 years ago, and I actually cried when that fish died. It was such a beautiful fish, and I had a big connection with it, and I reckon I'm feeling it again with this fish too. Really love it, and it's the centerpiece of the tank. We got all the color in the platies, but then you see this fish, and it stands out by far, and it's beautiful. Look at it. Great personality too. All right, so that's that tank there. We move across to the new aquascape we did in the last video, pretty recently actually, and it is looking great. We got the CO2 injecting in here. The plants are appreciating it a lot. The Liliopsis here, like this little carpet sort of area, that is looking really nice. No meltbacks, which is really good. Not plant heavy at all. In fact, I really want to get more fish for this tank and, make it more a fish tank, but it's still an aquascape at the same time, but, a little natural too. It's like island style, but it's kind of river themed with the pebbles and everything. Yeah, I don't know, it was a bit of fun, a bit different to the other tanks we got in here, so thought I'd give it a shot. We are going to be stocking it pretty soon. Really excited. I have a couple ideas on what I want, and I cannot wait. All right, now we're going to quickly do these 2 tanks because nothing's really changed. We got this tank that I cleaned up a while ago, and it stayed pretty nice the whole time. It used to be covered in algae all over here, and I could never get rid of it. Great success. Very nice tank. Love it. The endless are looking beautiful. Next here, nothing at all has changed either. The albino crepensis did die. That was very sad, but I never found the body either. It just disappeared. It couldn't have jumped out because I checked all around and it's a very small hole. All the other fish are fine. We've just got 5 Colombian tetras in here right now. It's a bit overgrown. I don't really like the look of it. Yeah, I'm not planning on changing it anytime soon. The fish are enjoying it. It's a pretty big tank, so if I'm going to rescape it, it's going to be like a pretty epic scape. So yeah. Test the mic. Let it drop until out of spite. Yeah, alright, I think it's working. Let's open up the first little one. Alright, we've got a tiny little package. This is not the package, by the way. That's gonna come last. What the hell? Got a wine voucher. I ordered from Amazon Prime with my account for the first time, and they literally give me a wine voucher. I'm definitely gonna not use it because I'm underaged. Yeah, that was random. Okay, we got, alright, yeah, algae control blocks. This is for the 4-foot tank outside. It's got a ton of algae, and I've used this in my mini pond before. It got rid of all the algae. It's like the same exact algae. It got rid of it within like days. It was insane, and it was a lot of algae. It's the exact same situation in the 4-foot tank. I'm gonna try this in that tank and see what happens. Alright, we got it open. Hallelujah. Alright, little external hang-on filter. Yep, very nice. That is for that little cube that we got. I showed you just before. Here's a stain remover that we're going to use in the CPD tank with the pea puffers, with that, you know, cyanobacteria. That is going to kill it. Bug bite, some fish food. Actually, I'm running out of fish food, so that, yeah, I needed to get these. And stress coat, essential. Anyone with a fish tank, you got to have dechlorinator of some kind, and yeah, boom. Now, we got all that boring stuff out of the way. I don't know why I filmed that. Anyway, now it gets exciting. Now it gets, oh, I really hope these are alive because they've been in transit for 4 days now. They're hardier than most other species. There's a lot stuck onto this. I don't know what to take off. Oh. Alright, this is what we got right now. Just a plain old box. Let's get through that. First thing that we got here is AR. I think that's probably, it doesn't look amazing. I don't know, we'll have a look. It has been 4 days and it's been pretty hot 2 of those days. So, we'll see. I literally can't lose one of these because they're so expensive. My parents cannot know how much I spent on these. In fact, I'm going to not tell them I bought these because... Yes! They're all alive. Alright. Well, not all alive. I saw some movement, so... Oh, gotta be gentle. Oh my god, they're bigger than I thought.
That's what she said!
I ordered the small ones too. Oh, yes. Oh my god, I've waited so long for these. Now this probably has to be the rarest algae eater in Australia. Right here is the Australian amano shrimp. They're Australian, they originate here in Australia, but they are just like the amano shrimp you buy overseas that come from like Japan or somewhere in Asia, I'm pretty sure. But we've got our own species of amano shrimp because I don't think we can get amano shrimp from other countries here. They're very strict like that. But we've got our own and they work just as well, maybe even better. We've got 10 in here. And they cost a lot. Usually they cost like 30, 40 bucks for like one this size each, and that's the small size. Now, let me show you what we're going to be doing with this though, because I do not want to put all of these shrimp into one tank in case there's something wrong with that tank and we lose all of them. This is a safer way to go. We're going to scatter them throughout several tanks. That's our best option. We've also got to plant this, and I know exactly where I'm going to put this AR mini. Alright, so the amano shrimp are just in that bag there. Now we're going to be chucking these shrimp. We're going to have, I reckon, 3 in here, 3 in here, and then 4 in this tank. Now, my reason being, we've got a lot of algae in here, and I really want to test these shrimp out and see what their capabilities are, just 3 of them. If they can handle all of this in only a matter of a couple days or a week. I will do an update in this same video. In this tank, also covered in algae. So I'm curious to see if they eat this sort of algae. It's slightly different. It's more dusty. So I'm going to put the other 4 in here. And there you can see is a clump of hair algae. And I feel like this is the most stable because we've actually got like a couple red cherry shrimp already living in here. These shrimp are a lot hardier. And if we have more, like 4 in here, I feel like we're going to have a much higher survival rate. Once all these fish get nice and big, I'm gonna move them to the bigger tanks here. I'm pretty sure they get like up to that size. I doubt I'd ever have a fish in any of these tanks that could actually eat one of them. Now this is gonna be a bit of a process. I've got to catch all these shrimp out, you know, split the water into 3 different containers and stuff, and you know, get them in different bags. So I'm not gonna talk any longer, and let's just get into it. boom, and just like that, it is a week later. Actually, a week and a few days. So it's been a bit longer. We've given the shrimp some time to eat the algae and see how effective they are, and I think the results speak for themselves. I'm really excited, so let's turn the camera around and show you how all the tanks are going. Oh my god, can you see the difference? Like, it is insane. I'll overlay a clip now of what it looked like, before we got the Amano shrimp and put them in. In just 1 week, it cleaned up all the muck and all the algae that was all throughout this tank. Even on the filter intake and the outflow, cleared all of that up, and there's literally no algae. I can't see a single spot of algae. I can see a bit of dead leaves and stuff that I have to pick up, because now I can see that stuff. There's one right there, and oh my god, they're very, very impressive, I must say. They're very skillful. There's also another one just over there. Now they all look a bit different. They're like either different sizes or slightly different shape, different patterning. They're all very unique in their own ways, so I can kind of keep track on how many are in this tank at the moment, because I know what all the different ones look like, and if I see all of them within a couple of days, then they're all alive. I can tell you for sure that all 3 are alive in this tank. I'm really happy with these shrimp. Probably take them out in about a week and move the ones in here up to this tank, because they won't be needed any longer in here, and I am going to be getting some shrimp for this tank. Once we get shrimp for the tank, the cherry shrimp, they will also eat the algae, not nearly as well, but they'll keep the algae in check in this tank most of the time. So now we do come across here. I've got really unfortunate news. Turn the light on. Yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. You're gonna think, how the hell did this happen? Now I actually ripped the whole tank apart. I could not find any Amano shrimp. Guess what? I never did. After the first day of adding them, I literally could not find any shrimp for like a whole week. So yeah, a couple of days ago, I ripped everything out. This is what it looks like now. And all 3 shrimp that I put in died. Why is a good question. I have a feeling that my mate who previously owned this tank used an algaecide at one point. Algaecides can leak metals into the water that kill all invertebrates, and that can actually like stay in the silicon. And so when you fill the tank back up and completely rescape it, whatever you do, that metal can leak from the silicon back into the water in the tank. So at that point, once you use algaecide on any tank, you can literally never keep invertebrates in that tank ever again. Big bummer. 3 shrimp lost in that tank. But let me tell you, those are the only shrimp that we lost. Thank God. So yeah, luckily this tank is very stable and they did really well in here. Now let's move to the Endler Guppy tank and see what damage they did in that. Here she is. Now we got the Amano shrimp working just there. All 4 still alive. Very healthy in here actually, very happy. Nice and fat. I don't even know how you tell if they're fat or not, I'm just saying that. But yeah, here we got a lot of the algae gone. There is a bit of hair algae still. It is a lot tougher, so it'll take a bit more time for them to eat it. Some more there as well. But for the most part, it looks really great in here. Barely any algae. I do need to clean the glass. It's got lots of stains, as you can see. And I also haven't had the filter on for the last like 3 weeks. The water looks a bit cloudy. The parameters are all good, which is really, really good to see. And it's full of plants, mainly slow growing plants, but they take up the nutrients enough where the fish thrive. I am going to turn the filter back on. Don't ask what's happened there. That'll be a different video. But yeah, and yeah, we've got a little cherry shrimp there, 1 left. Yeah, in about a week when I get shrimp for this tank and shrimp for that tank, we're going to move all 7 shrimp up into that tank. This tank could definitely use with the Amano shrimp though, now that I think of it. So we'll see where we're at that time. Well, I say this video was a great success. Oh my god. We got some of the best, probably the best algae eaters in Australia, and definitely one of the rarest too. Like, you cannot find these shrimp at any fish store. It's not even funny. It's so sad because I would be buying these every week if they had them at the fish store and they had the price a bit lower. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it. The fact you made this far means you're a real one. Hope you have a great day everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Get out of here, mate.